Man, we still got about 7 minutes left. I'm really hoping that this 15-minute low holds. This way, I would really like to have the short because I feel like I can at least get my 10 points, and whatever happens with the runner happens with the runner. I may have to lower my runner down because I was actually looking for 50 points for a possible, but that's going to be at the 40. I don't know if we get through the 10, so let's just look for 30 points. So what is that? 120? 120 is 30 for a possible move to the downside. All right, so that's what we're going to go with on this first move here. Look for a total of 30 points to the downside because I'm not sure if we'll get through that 26,000, and I can't really be aiming for 50 points if we're running into a massive order block down there. So like I said on this play here, you want to see the push back up to the 50s, 60s, the 70s. That would be your 50%. And then at the opening is where we get that big move to the downside. We're creating a nice little bear flag here too. It's not pretty candles, but it's still a little bear flag. I mean, we're creating higher lows, creating some little liquidity here. So hopefully it just keeps building, then explode to the downside. We may even try to move our order up some if this thing can get a little higher up here at open and put our order around that 50 level. That would even be a little better. Try to short the 50s. Oh, goodness. No, don't go now. All right. Just keep the lower highs going. We need to keep these lower highs going for another 4 minutes, guys. Don't go now. I hope it don't go pre-market. Son of a bee. No. It just broke the previous candle. It's going to go without us. Oh, shoot. Come on, stay. Someone put a leash on it. I don't want to jump in pre-market. I want to set my order right there below 45. All right, pull on back. We need to have it marinating around that 50 level. That way when we open, we'll get that quick push down to the 25 or even the 26,000s here. 2 minutes. 2 minutes left, guys. It's like, hold up. Damn it. No. It's there goes our entry. Man. And our 10 points. Oh well. It's we just needed to have it pull back up. Leave that wick and I'll still put my order there. Damn it. No. Still got 2 minutes left. I really don't want to be shorter any lower than that 40 level. And that's because I don't know what's going to happen at the whole number of the 25. I need to at least get 10 points. 10 points is the goal, and whatever happens with the runner happens with the runner. But if it opens up outside that 15 minutes, there's nothing I can do, guys. I'm not going to place an order. It would need to stay above this 40 level here. One minute left. I want to put my order. I want it to drop right there, and I'll drop it like maybe 5 seconds before the opening. Now, this is an eval only, guys, because I haven't really done these a whole lot. I know, I mean, I've mentioned these to Methodical Man a lot, and he's been doing pretty consistent with it. 40 seconds left. 30 seconds left. $20 seconds. 20. 10. I just don't want to get tagged in before we open just because I don't want it to whip back up so fast and get there without me. Son of a bitch. There's nothing I can do about it. Wow, I would have had my 10 points and went down 20 points, guys, but there's just not a lot I can do there. Let's see if we get that 50% push up in here, then a pull back down here. So we missed our 20-point trade. This is just an eval here, guys, so may get stopped out on our eval here. I need 50%. Wait, why'd that hit like that? Are we lagging? Is my stuff behind? No. Somehow it closed me out before I hit my take profit up there. All right. So we're going to start out in the red on the... Watch it go down. I don't know why that stopped me out, though. I thought I must didn't have my order dropped or something. It must have been something to that nature. All right, I guess we'll just be patient here and wait. Oh, I keep dropping these things. Might get a nice bounce here at the... That sucks. We were short too, guys. I'm not sure what happened on there. I think because I didn't have my order pushed up high enough, because we pulled back to that line I had marked out at the 50% mark too. That's what really annoys me on that. You're still long? All right, here we are at this whole number. Let's see if this thing can hold up here. Mark out that 75 here. Next level is going to be your 50. Dude, we may be going after that wick to the downside. We need some kind of pullback, though, here. Oof. Maybe this will be that 25 reversal, fish lips, where you get that 25 all the way back up there to the 75. Man. Here's your 25. Now, is your last ad going to be down there at that 26,000? 26,000? 6 levels, 26,000. Man, what a hard reversal off of that. Waiting for that 26,000s to get hit, then we'll go from there. We're about to have a new 5-minute candle here. I would think it'd want to go down there and at least tap the 26,000s before it bounces. It's so close to running that thing. So far, guys, no funded trades. We're just kind of just sitting on the sidelines here, guys. Just being patient. We're not going to be over trading like we were doing yesterday. That was just eval fun yesterday, guys. Man, I feel robbed on my short this morning, guys. I don't know. I have to go back and watch that and see what happened. I feel like I didn't, because I had the stop marked out perfectly. Look, I pulled the 50%. So that was my second 50%. That was 50% of the previous hourly candle. And if you look, you can see that's where we pushed through. That's why we had that marked out. Let me see if that was the hourly candle or if that was the 50% or the 15 minutes. Yeah, so that was the previous the 1 hour candle of the 50%. So we just ran the previous day low at 26,000. Let's see if maybe we finally get a bounce area. Man. Whew, this thing's... The only thing I can think of is we're running those earnings from yesterday. I mean, that's the only thing I can... Or was that the earnings? Oh, that was the earnings. Okay, so that was the earnings. This is where we need to start seeing some kind of reversal here. I've already missed a short on my funded, so we're going to have to wait for some kind of deeper pullback to just get anything here, guys. There's just nothing I can do. Dude, this thing's just rocking. Holy goodness. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us this morning. There's just not really anything we can do. We took the short this morning, but I don't think I moved my stop in time. I had my levels marked out where my stop needed to be, but I don't know if I didn't move it up in time because I know my stop loss needed to be above the 50% line up here. And it stopped me out real quick, then basically sold off. So there's just not really anything that I can do here at the moment besides wait for some kind of pullback. This may just be one of these days, man. We just sell straight down. One of these big sell-offs because we haven't had one in a while. Damn. All right, another, what's that, the 10 level? I bet that was what, yep, 9, 10. That's a pretty normal bounce area. Like I said, guys, just sitting here chilling, being patient. Hopefully, if you were in short, I mean, in long, you just probably just took your loss and move on to the next trade. I think that's what it sounded like Methodical Man did with his short. All right, here comes a pullback. So maybe we'll get a deep pullback here. Kind of bounced off the 910. That's like a pretty normal bounce area. I wouldn't be, to me, for long, I wouldn't be in for long unless we get back above the 26,000s here. Look at this. What's a 100-point rip, guys? Insane. Woo! Insane. Look at this rip. 100 points off the rip, man. And all you can do is just sit here and watch. Man, is this going to be a whole complete retracement? I mean, that would just be insane. And we're still haven't closed the 4-hour candle, guys. So maybe pull fib on this 4-hour candle at the moment. Where's the 50% of this 4-hour candle? It's all the way back up there at 275 or 265. Wow. Okay, so you didn't at least get caught on your PA. Nice. Didn't break that. Sorry, I was doing that so quick I didn't really have time to discuss that. Yeah, this is my funded account here, Fish Lips. That's why I'm sorry I didn't really have time to really mention it here. I was trying to short right before we got in a little late. I wanted to hit 10 points before the 50 level, but I hit it late. Looking for a 25 hit here. No, don't wick me. I knew I should have put that shit on the 25, guys. Come on. Come on. Nice. Nice hit, guys. Nice hit. Like I said, we were just kind of shorting in between levels. I talk about that a little bit where I try to trade in between like 75 and 50 or 50 and 25 because I'm not saying 100% we hit those levels, but most of the time, more than 50%, we're hitting those whole number levels. So I'm just trying to take my base hits in between those levels. That was a quick $100. I'm also not really trading my. I did take that first trade on the eval, guys, but remember I said I'm hesitating to keep trading my eval on stream because of the stupid trades that I take with it sometimes. So we did take a lot of that short. We hopped back in short after taking that initial loss on the eval earlier. So we at least made our $100 for the day on our funded. So we'll look for another trade in a minute. And we made $200 on the eval. So that's kind of where we're at right now. But that was my only trade for funded. So we got that initial pullback. I was waiting for the 600s. I wanted to get long up here above the 26,012. But we hit right at it, that 26,008. We couldn't get above that 12 and literally just sold down another 100 points, man. We're just getting 100-point rockets today. All right, we'll be patient and wait and see if we get another pullback or another little setup here. I mean, massive sell-off this morning, guys. Not massive, but at least a couple hundred points. Hopefully, if you did get caught in a long on that short, hopefully it wasn't too bad. A few $100 at the max. Man, is this going to be another pushback down to try to get... Well, we just hit that 25,900, so... Maybe another push to the 50, then sell back down. So we'll wait and see what happens with this 50 level. See if we can break this 50 finally. All right, well, we're about 3 minutes away from the new hourly candle. It's almost like I should wait and see what happens with this new hourly candle. So I'm hoping we get like some kind of little wick on that hourly candle and kind of get a direction that we may be heading back into. So we'll be getting a new 1 hour candle, new 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour. So we get all the new candles popping up at this time of the morning. I thought about taking that short here on this pullback down, but man, I hate shorting down into the whole number. So we're just going to be patient and wait. Probably going to end up with the 10 points, but there's the 10 points. I just don't like shorting into the whole number. Dude, this thing's just it's on a mission at the moment, Fish Lips. Are you in a position right now, Fish Lips, or are you sitting on the sidelines? Or are you buying the pullback still? Did you get short from up there at the 50 on that last pullback? Ooh. When you don't take the short into the whole number, it just blasts it and keeps on going, guys. That's the way it goes. I wanted to be short around the 20 level, but like I said, I didn't know if we'd get stuck there again around that 26,000. Dude, this thing's... Let's see if we can get a pullback here at 75, and maybe we can look for a short after the pullback off of 75 here. Nope. Push through the 75. We just broke that 4 hour candle too, guys. That 4 hour wick is sitting there at the, what, 80? So it may struggle to push back up into that 4 hour candle. Or are you hoping that this is the run of the 4 hour candle and we move back up? So that's the close of your 4 hour candle. We're at the previous day open and the previous day low from yesterday or the day before at the 850s. I mean, it looks like a nice bounce here off the 850s. If we lose those 850s, guys, look, they ain't nothing holding us up all the way down to 750. You got a 100-point move to the downside here if we lose these 50 levels. You need some kind of pullback here. Come on, pull back. Pull back. Fuck, dude. Like I said, there's nothing holding us up below that 50 level. I mean, it's... Damn. 750, man. It's a long ways down there. See if the 800s hold. Might get some kind of reversal here. Damn it. All right. Should have still maybe go. I didn't have my stop loss where it needed to be. See if we get a retest of this 25,800s and see if we can shoot for those 50s down there. We downsized to 2 micros on this here too. This way, if it don't come back, we don't have to worry about it. We just went in 2 micros here. Looking for that 50 hit here. I feel like 50 is that line in the sand right there. Kind of having too much of a tight stop loss there. We are up $60 on that one. Didn't quite get. We was looking for the $100. I'm pretty sure we're going to get it, guys. Man, could be long, short again. This market's kind of crazy, guys. So we're just playing it. We're just playing it safe. Just don't want to get our face ripped off. So it sounds like Methodical said someone just pulled the rug on gold. All right, maybe this is the pullback we need, guys. Shoot. And that's a long ways back up there. There's just no long entry for me right now without pushing up, pulling back down. Besides the eval, guys, so far no losing trade. That was 3 winning, at least 10-point trades. Get your 10 points. Look for runners. Sometimes the runners pay. Sometimes the runners don't. There's 26,000. We're just in 2 micros here. I thought once we lost that 26,000, we'd make another push down there. Just one more candle. I just don't want to get caught up in that. What it is, we're trying to catch our quick 10 points in a runner here, guys, without getting trapped. So the 10 points are paying. It's just right now, it's just constantly just wicking back and forth at the moment. I'm hoping this is the bottom. We can finally start getting pushed back up here. Was that the 75 level? No. Maybe we'll try the short again. Now, this could be one of these little consolidation candles where after you've had this big move, and so as right now, I have no reason to look for longs unless we would have to have a big old pullback for me to even consider longs, guys. All right, take my order off. Especially if we can't break back above. We need to break actually back above that 25 level. That's that little swing. There's a little swing right there. Kind of did that same thing a while ago. Maybe this will be our 30-point trade and we can be done here, guys. So far, 3 straight winners back to back on this account, looking for just 10 points in our runner. So let's see if our runner will finally pay us 30 points here. We're going to look for 40 points here instead because I feel like we're going for that 50 level again. Don't make me regret not going for my 30 here, guys. If we might not be able to break a new low here. Oh, damn it. Oh, well. We're done trading that one. We got over $100 real quick, so that's our goal, was just to try to get over the $100. So made $100. And we can try a different account. Damn it. I got greedy. I tried to go for the 40 instead of the 30. Man, did we break these 25s? Shoot, I may try a long here if we break these 25s. This is the third time we're hitting up here, so. Still bouncing off the 25s. Nope. Holy goodness, guys. Still couldn't break that crap. Just cannot break through the 25s up there. What's up, John? Oh, did you get caught in that short this morning? Oh, if I was going to short that, I should have shorted it as we popped the 26,000. Come on. We just been taking little 10-point bangers all morning, John. So I think we done took like 4 or 5 straight winners of 10 points. And I just missed this one as we broke back below the 26,000s. So far, a nice green day. We're up 100, 100. These are both funded, and this is an eval. So we're looking for a third funded trade, which I just missed because I was waiting for us to see what happened at that 25 level. We keep hitting that 25 level, then rejecting. I wanted to either short. I really wanted to long that 25. So, and I can't do nothing now. So we're downtown again. No. The one time I don't take it, we sell off like 40, 50 points, man. Oh, my God. Come on. All right. Is that a 25 bounce? And see if we get a 50 bounce here. Push back up to the 50s after hitting the 25. Let's see if that happens. We're about to have a new 5-minute candle here. All right, we're not going to try to short into the whole number. That's usually not a very good idea. Sometimes you get really nice bounces off the 10s. So we're about to have a new 5-minute candle too. So this may be our pullback here. Looking Looking pretty erratic here. There's your 50 hit. Let's see what happens here at the 50 level. That could be like 50% of the candle there if you pull fib on this candle. This may be a push down to the 800s here or 700s. Oh, wow. That was such a delay. That was garbage. Wow. I got a delay on that entry there. Mm. All right, looks like we're going to go into consolidation here. Wow, that was my first loser. Couldn't even get my 10 points. I keep hearing gold's methodical keeps saying gold's dumping hard. Maybe we finally found the bottom here at the 718s. All right, here comes the pullback. Market's broken. Yeah, no kidding, man. This is a tough, tough day. I'm kind of waiting to see if do we get above the 25,600 this time. Or is this just another move back up to the 800s to stall out? no, we're back above that level I was looking for. No, we're not. Sorry. What's up, Jake? No runners though. We got a runner going here. No, we don't. Oh, got my runner. Looking for a pop above 25 here. See if we pop these 25s. We've been getting kind of stuck in this area quite a bit. See if we hold this last swing up here. That's just a pullback to the whole number. How's your morning been going, Jake? A lot of selling off, man. If you just bought dips all morning, that's kind of what I've been doing. We've taken just one loss this morning out of quite a bit of trades. We've been slinging our fundeds quite a bit this morning. Bitcoin just tanked. I heard a lot of stuff is tanking right now. Trying to play it safe to see if we break the 25, 26 here. I just don't know if we're going to hit those 25s and have the pullback to the whole number here. Just don't want to jump in too early. We're just going to be jumping in with 2 micros too, guys. 2 micros. It's another test of that 800 level. Might have a new 5-minute candle. So hopefully get this new 5-minute candle. We get a little pop. Ooh, good thing we were patient here. What are we doing 5 minutes? Retest the what 60s levels up there, maybe retest that 5-hour, 4-hour candle. Huge volume. All right, we're going with 2 micros again. I forgot to switch accounts. Did I forget to switch accounts? Yeah. Yeah, I posted some more videos last night about how to use Ninja. Just like a few things, like few of the basics, Jake. How to set orders, how to right click on orders, and just all the just little basic stuff. Dude, my runners are just getting ate up today. Just can't get above this 25, man. We've been stuck at this 25 for like the third push here. Dirty, 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 guys. I'll have to make a video on how to install Bulinox on Ninja, because Ninja is a little bit different than just signing in with Bulinox. You have a little bit more steps, Jake. So you have to create a Ninja, like go to the Ninja website, create a page. You have to download RTrader Pro, and then you all kind of have to tie it in together. So a little bit more steps when installing Bulinox on Ninja. I'll try to get that made today if you want to use Bulinox. Dude, I can't believe that 25 has been a straight wall here. Yeah, you could do the Apex with Ninja thing where I said, you can put your TradeAvate account. Damn. Just could not break that 25 level up there. I'm not really sure what was there. I don't know if I just didn't find anything, but all we can do now is just wait for some kind of little pullback here. So right now we're up $80 on a funded, $99 on a funded, $100 on a funded, and $200 on an eval. So I may switch over to this other funded account and trade it so we don't mess with our. So far, just one loss this morning on a funded account. My God, we're just selling. All right, this is the 25 hit. Let's see if we get the push back up to the 50 here. Get the push to the 50, 55 area. What? Oh, I couldn't place it in time. Oh, shit. We'd have just got our 10 points on that. Wouldn't have got the full. Maybe this push right here will give us the 800 level. Apex also has Riptych accounts too, Jake. But most of my Apex accounts, I usually just use the with Tradeovate, and I have my Tradeovate account tied to my Ninja. I wish that I'd done that in the beginning. Come on, give me the 20. Might bounce off the 10 here. Sorry, I'm just, it's so hard to tell you when I'm entering because it's happening so fast. Looking for this 800 push here for 20 points. Dude, did I select the wrong account? Fuck yeah. I did. Good and bad. Good and bad, but I selected the wrong freaking funded account. Freaking A. Well, so now we're going to be at 188 on that account. Instead, I wanted to take a trade on that other funded, and I damn it select the wrong one. Son of a B. I thought I selected the right one. Oh well. It is what it is. So we shorted that 25. Remember, you guys, I'm talking about I'm shorting in between whole numbers. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm waiting for pullbacks. We pull back to the 50. And once we kind of, I was looking for a short as soon as we were breaking that 25 again. So this one I kind of did, I didn't get placed in time. This is that one I hit it right as it was kind of short. And that's what that little message was. I don't know if it popped up or not, but that's what that was. But we pull back to the 50 again. Here. See that little wick back into the 50? Started coming back down. And I figure, okay, this time if we lose to 25, more than likely we're going to the whole number. Because most time we always run these whole numbers. It's similar to what Fish Lips is doing with the whole numbers from whole numbers. But like I said, I'm trading in between the whole numbers on the pullbacks. Looking for 10 points in runners. So looking for like 20 and 30 point moves on the runners. So far we've taken 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know, at least 6 or 7 winning trades with one losing trade today. So it's been working out pretty good trading this way. I know it's a little unethical because you're not really trading off support and resistance. Ooh, do we get short again? Hopefully this 25 don't get us here. May get stopped out on this one because I wasn't sure if we'll hit that 25 and come back and hit this whole number. All right, we hit the whole number there. So that was the whole number hit. So let's see if we get the push here. Hopefully we get the push to the 50. All right, first target. We're going to go to break even. We already hit the first target. We're going to look for 62. I'm not going to get greedy like I did last time. We're just going to take our 20 points and get out. Come on. Oh, it just touched it. It just touched it like, hello, I'm sitting right there. Oh my goodness. Come on, one more little baby push. We know the 50 wants to get touched. Don't pull back. Come on, 75. No. It's trying to push back up. Damn you. The runner got hit. All right. Well, if we do another one, it's going to have to come down to 2 micros because that was a 3 micro trade. So what we'll do is we're up $40 on this funded because we didn't get the 40 runner there. So what we'll do. That sucks. We're like a couple ticks away from our 20 points too. I think we're getting down into that we're oversold land. So we only got $40 off of that trade, so or $35. So we didn't get much off of that because we missed the runner. So if we get that one, we would at least got $80 on that. But like I said, I'm not going to short again, even if it blasts the 50. There's just no way I can short this again after we just got out of the short. This is probably where you'll get the 50 push. Yep, there it comes. Dirty, dirty, dirty. So what happened a while ago, we should have $100 on this account. So I took it on the wrong funded account. So this is why we're up 188 on this one instead of the $100 like we're looking for. So we should have $100 in almost all of our funded accounts today. So, but I forgot to I selected the wrong account. So I missed my good trade on my funded account from earlier. So we didn't get our 20 to 30 points that we were looking for. Is anybody watching gold? Someone said gold had a pretty crazy dump today. Let's look over at gold. Oh my goodness. Look at this gold sell off today, guys. Holy goodness. So hopefully someone had their stop loss in because someone just got their butt handed to them. What is that, like $300? Wow. Look at this thing go after we get stopped out with our runner. You dirty, dirty girl, you. the NASDAQ's being nasty today, guys. Like, nope. We can't let you have that. Damn. All right, let's see if we can get another 25 hit here. They all are. You're probably right, Jake. If they didn't have a stop loss in, they waking up to getting their asses handed to them today. I hope they got on and made sure they had a stop loss, just like the NQ today, man. The NQ is just on one of those moves. It's like we're on the submarine today. We're just going straight down. There just been baby pullbacks. Sell baby pullbacks. That's all we've been doing is just buying the pullbacks. all morning long. Didn't quite hit that 70-25 level there. Want to see it hit that 25, get another pullback to the 50. That's kind of like what we've been doing here. Or even the 75 would be even a better pullback. I don't want to take this short just because. Thanks, Clarity. Yeah, we got over 1,000 by a little bit yesterday. I still need to get 4,000 watch hours for YouTube to actually push my channel. They actually push your channel more once you get 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. So I had the 4,000 watch hours that I'd accumulated over the last year or two. But what happened, I didn't have the 1,000 subscribers. So they start taking away your hours after 1 year. So I'm constantly losing watch hours. I don't know what I feel about shorting this here, guys. I want to short it here, but I'm scared to do it in the 25 level. Let's see if it pays our 10 points. So you would have been short right there at the 25. So let's see. Nope. It didn't get, well, if it don't pay 10 points, it's pretty much a losing trade. How do they take away the hourlies? Because they only give you credit for the hours over a 1 year span. So every time a video hits a 1 year span, they take away the watch hours. So like if I streamed, say, a year ago and I had a number of set of people watching, they take those hours away. So there's your 10 points. So that would have been a winner on that 25 push. So, but I just didn't take this one. I just feel like, man, we been selling forever here. Did we get the 20 points down? That's where I get really sad here. If we shorted that and we end up hitting the 25 here, or the 05. Not longs are not even on my radar, guys. We are shorts every single trade until further notice here. So I could have took another little 10-point trade there also at the 25 to 15s. Didn't get my full 20 though. Now we kind of want to wait and see what happens with this 25,600 level. So we could hit this 25,600 level and go all the way back up to the 650s here. Oh. Whew. How's your day been going, Clarity? Yeah, if I had normal bills, I probably would have to have a full-time job. But since I don't have a normal bills in my life, it helps out. Like I had to do a lot of like planning to get up to this level. So I know like the year before I started streaming, I bought a second house for investment purposes. And so like my primary house was almost paid off. And so when interest rates were like 3%, I borrowed enough money for my primary home to pay cash for a second home. And I used the second home to pretty much pay the mortgage besides like the insurance and taxes on my house. And right now I don't have like no car payment. So most of all my bills are just utilities and insurance stuff at this moment. And my unfortunately, my pet's is a diabetic, so she's been costing me about $150 a month in uh, insulin medicine, amongst others. And that one was a little unplanned, but like everything in life, there's always stuff that happens in life that's unplanned. But I also still work like a little part-time job on the side that's like a flex schedule that I can just work whenever. It's through Amazon. Jake, I'm sorry. I was looking at Clarity's name, but I guess I was talking to Jake. So a lot of times, that's the reason why a lot of times I'll get off the stream around 11:30 because I'll go work like a few hours in the middle of the day. Then I try to find a motivation to stream at night, but man, it's so hard to watch the Asia market some days. I'm just like, God, man, I cannot watch this stuff. Some nights it moves good, though. You might get 1-2 good nights of movement, but man, the rest of the other ones are just like, I can't even stare at this stuff for hours. Usually if I'm staring at the Asia market in the evenings, it's usually I'm doing like looking back at like back testing or looking in what the charts have did for the last couple days. If I'm, trading a different, not a different strategy, but different, what is that called? Dude, look at you getting in the gold game. Woo! That's what I was talking to Jake a while ago. That's going to be nasty. Yeah, that's kind of my goal with this also, Jake, is I'm hoping, because I'm in my 40s, so I'm hoping time I'm in my 50s, I can make consistent income doing this. And, the more you do it, man, this is the thing about trading. You really cannot be in like a super big hurry to get that. I mean, it takes, I don't know, at least 2 years for me, it took 1 to 2 years to really start feeling comfortable. The one thing that I had to get over the hurdle, which I was definitely struggling with, is consistently trading my funded accounts. That is something that I have been working on really hard this year. If you notice that I've really only been doing funded trades except yesterday on those certain days that I don't trade. And that's FOMC day. And that was yesterday. So that's why we only did evals. Man, is this thing going to sell off again? We hit the 800s. We hit the 50s. See if I can get 10 points here. I'm going to break even fast in case it rips back up on me. There we go. Looking for 20 points. Booty bam! Real quick, pull back, buy the dip or buy the sell off. Repeat, rinse. That's all we've been doing all day, guys. Just waiting to hit a support level, which is the 10. And anybody that watches the market knows that and I've talked about this a lot, the 610, never buy into the 610 on the first hit or the whole number, because most time you'll get a reversal at those levels. And as you can see, we hit the 610 on the dot, reversed all the way back into the 40s, didn't quite get the 50s. But once we were coming back through that 25, this is where I was trying to get my quick 10 points before we possibly tap that 600 level. Then whatever happens with the runner happens with the runner. All right, so maybe now we'll put away this account since we got $93, $80, $90, and those are all funded accounts except this one. My one big loss this morning, I was kind of annoyed because I thought I had my stop loss in the right place, and I'm really annoyed because it hit where I thought I had my stop loss, so I'm not really sure what happened this morning. I don't know if I didn't move my stop fast enough, but this morning we were shorting this trade on the eval. And this would have been my stop loss because this is 50% of that previous 1 hour candle. And we already even had it marked out and I was trying to move my stop loss up there, and I think in the midst of moving it or something, I got stopped out. So that's what happened this morning. I mean, I was so annoyed. All right, guys, now I think we have another 2 fundeds we can trade, but we'd have to sign out of what do you want to call it? Our Bulinox account. So our Bulinoxes are all green today, so we will disconnect from Bewley and maybe connect to our Apex Riptink funded. Yeah, that's pretty wild to make that much money off of the gold, man. Dude, another short opportunity, and we just missed it. Another look, 75, push back to the whole number, short right below the 90s. We missed that one. Yeah, Clarity usually does pretty good, Jake, in her trades. She's usually in Methodical Man's lobby a lot. So if you ever visit a Methodical Man lobby, usually you see Clarity in there a lot. How much is money we got on that account? Okay, nice. Yeah, Methodical Man, he's my cousin, cousin, but he lives in Georgia. He's the one where I started, I guess, trading and streaming probably a year. I started streaming a year after he did, and I started trading negative on the kissing cousins. We're not all about the kissing cousin thing. All right, we got the 50 touch. Let's see if we get that 75. This is where I want to see 75 go back up and get hit. Then just have another little pullback, man. Then we can possibly short from 50 to 25 here. Man, this could be a really nice lunchtime reversal here. Yeah, didn't get the pullback we wanted. All right, so what we'll have to do now is just wait for the 25 and see what happens with the 25 here. Jake, we'll usually get these type of sells off like once every 2 weeks or so. These type of like where you're just selling off. You don't get these type of moves very often. Maybe 3-4 times a month if you're lucky. And what sucks is being on the wrong side of it. Like especially, this is why I try not to have a bias when I come to the market, because man, if you got a long bias today and you keep trying long after long after long, you would just get ate up. It would just eat you up. I'm pretty sure you can get on TikTok and YouTube, flip through the shorts. You're going to find people who have basically were long bias and they kept trying to long this crap, and they just instead of just cutting your loss. That's why it's important that sometimes, that's something that I've been bad about in the past too, is not having your, what do you want to call it? Your cutoff. So if you lose more than $200 or $300, just cut it. But living with those red days definitely takes practice. I'm not going to lie. Like accepting those red days. All right. Is this the 75 push? I think that was a 75 push. Yeah. So 75. So let's see if we will hold here at the 75, or do we got to get the push back up to the 600s? All right, here comes the 600 push. Uh-oh, it might be a ripper higher. We just broke that previous swing. Maybe this is our lunchtime reversal. Oh, it got stuck. Don't want to get stuck. Don't want to get sucked into this long here. We got our quick 10 points. We just looks like our runner's going to get stopped out. Might have get tricked out on that one. It looks like it wants to push. Come on, give me the 75. All right, got the 75. All right. The runner got stopped. That put us close to the $100. No, I'm a copy trading. So I have like the screen that you see on my regular 5-minute charts. Then I take my entries on this other chart, Clarity. It's a little on the orthodox side, so I don't know if anybody wants to watch it. So I try to keep it a little bit more simple for everybody else. That's why my entries look weird. You see the trades, it's just they look a little different on my page. I've been taking my entries on Rico candles, but when you see them on here, they're just on regular candles. That's why I don't trade. Like, I don't care. I know people don't like watching Rico candles, so I'm trading off Rico candles is what I'm doing clearly. And that's how I'm buying the pullbacks. That's why I'm buying them so fast, because I'm constantly waiting for these whole numbers to get hit. And as soon as my whole number gets hit, I'm entering short, looking for a quick 10 points. Yeah, Jake, you can copy trade over as many props as you want. You just got to have it set up right. So with like, that's why I was saying, like, I have Tradeovate Apex and I trade them on Ninja. But you can have Riptic accounts. You can sign into Riptic and Tradeovate at the same time. So you only need one Riptic account, and every prop firm that'll let you trade on Tradeovate, you can trade it on Ninja. So you could trade 10 different prop firms. I'm trading 2 different prop firms because I'm trading Apex and Bulanox, and that way. Yeah, you just got to have a copy trader. Let me see. I can bring one up for you. I have one on here that I bought through Apex. So this is what Apex's copy trader looks like. You just sign into all your accounts, and you can copy trade across all of your platforms. Yeah, I try to keep the screen that everybody's watching a little bit cleaner. This way it doesn't have a lot of stuff on it. My other screen over here where I'm taking trades. So what it is, I'm on both accounts. And so wherever I hit the button over here, it comes in over here. So we only got $60 off that last trade because we got stopped out on the runner. If I can find one more pullback in a minute, maybe we can try another short here. But right now we're kind of consolidating pretty hard in this area. Looking kind of ugly here. Maybe this is it. We finally get above that 26,060 here. Yeah, it's getting very choppy right here. There's just not really anything to do. The pullbacks that what I would be entering is barely paying 10 points. So I think we're just going to stay away from it at the moment. I'd like to find one more entry before I have to get off here at 11:30. This right here is getting into fish lips bread and butter with us chopping in between the whole numbers, because it's literally going from 50 to 75, 75 to 600, back down to the 75, back down to the 50. This is getting into fish lips' bread and butter here. I'm just going to sit out this right now because, like I said, we've taken a lot of trades today. We've traded, at least 5 funded accounts today. We tried to at least get about $100 on each one. The only one right now that we're on here right now, we only got $60. So hopefully we can find another trade. But as right now, this price action looks like butt. So maybe the sell is finally done. Maybe we'll finally get some reversal here. Start moving back to the top side. Get that 50% retracement back up here to the, like, retrace 50% of the move. Maybe we can pull fib on this move here, this total move. So this move started up here and just look for 50% pullback. So that would be right at the bottom of this 4-hour candle. So maybe a pullback all the way to the 850s. I mean, that would be insane, but anything's possible. Especially with the nasty NAS. Then 50% of this total leg is sitting at the 650s. Clarity, how often do you trade silver and gold? Wow, looks like we still want to sell here. That's what I wanted to target, was this swing down here at the 36s. Down here. All right, we're about to run these lows. All right. Oh, you just tried the silver once, but gold more. Okay. All right. Look at this nice little rejection. Couldn't get below those 536s, so maybe we finally have found the bottom here. Yeah, I keep hearing some crazy stuff about silver. Silver be getting wild. $75. That was dirty. Right now, we're just kind of in this little consolidation box here, guys. So it's almost like you're going to have to break below like the 36s to get out of this box. Unless we're going back to the top side finally, back above 600s here. Maybe this is the sell down. Is this going to be another fake out? Man, I think if we get back above 600s, we may get a push. Oh, here we go. We're going to break this swing. We've been stuck at this 25 forever, guys. Let's see if we can break above this. Oh, come on. It's time. It's time for the reversal, guys. All right. No guarantees right here, guys. Had to get through that 25. Can't get through the 25, probably going to get stopped out. We could get man. I may risk 10 points of my profit because I'm not sure if we're going to rebounce off that freaking. Because we're back at a whole number. So we could easily push back down to the 600s here. Ah, shit. Sorry. Sorry, I forgot to switch over my entry. Or my, whatchamacallit. Got a minute left on this candle. All right, we're going to at least lock in 20 here. Boner candle alert. Sorry about not having my thing on there. I forgot to switch over my accounts that you're seeing. Now this easily could hit the 75 and come all the way back down to the 50s. So that's, I don't really want to get, man. I may even try to re-enter this. I don't want to give up all these points. I know, finally getting that runner in there. We're We're probably going to pull back and hit the freaking 50 level here, guys. Woo, and this is a funded account too, guys. So we're trying not to lose too much profit on this funded. Come on, Clarity. I'm just kidding. I do the same. I do the same thing all the time. I be trailing too close. Where'd you get long at, Clarity? Did you get long on that break? All right, so we got at least 50 points locked in. All right, 50 points. Oh, nice. All right, so I was able to get that one nice big winner right there before we had to get off in a few. So that put us up 194 and another funded. Dude, we banged it out on the fundeds today, guys. Just nonstop green today. We can finally put it to rest. Whew. Nothing like having a big boner candle there at the end of the day. Sorry about my entry thing, guys, because like I said, I trade on the TV in front of me or monitor in front of me, but the screen that you're seeing is right there to the left of me. And that's because I'm trading on Rico candles. And some people don't like watching Rico candles, so I don't want to. Yeah, we love the boners. Not as much as Methodical Man, but we do like them. Boner candles. Oh my goodness. Long at the 623, 3 micros. Heck yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm sorry, Clarity, that I didn't have that on there because I broke as soon as we broke that 600. I was like, all right, we break it back above that 600, we're going long. So that's where we got long at the 506 or 606. I was hoping for a 100-point trade there, but I still think that you could possibly get that 100-point trade up to the 706s because you got that 21. Dude, I don't even know how many points I got today, but it's been a good day. We're pretty much taking what Fish Lips is doing, kinda, and just trading, like I said, in between. Yeah, I was wondering if you held on to that long earlier, Fish Lips. I was like, did Fish Lips hold on to that thing? Because that thing was just on a freaking freight train this morning. It was like, nope, we're not stopping. Nope. Just busting its way through all the levels. That's a good thing about 90%. Your feelings don't get hurt as bad. All right, here comes the 100 points that we were looking for, guys. Man. Oh, it blew through 12 levels. Yeah, that thing was just on a... Oh, we left $100 on the table. That should have been our 100 points. Nice if you had the boys to hold it. Sorry, like I said, sorry I did not have that on there where you could saw me entering it. 100-point banger. All right, so we are definitely done with our entries for the day. So Hopefully, the worst thing you did was maybe mess up a 90% eval. Yeah, I'm definitely done for the day, Jake. We're not going to put any more fundeds on the table because man, we slapped fundeds on the table all day long. Nothing but funded accounts. So I think we traded 5 or 6 different funded accounts today. So and trust me, a while back, there's no way I would have traded that many fundeds. Jake, I don't know if you ever seen Rico candles. So basically, this is the type of candles that I'm over here trading off of. What it does is it helps to do away with all the noise in the market. If you struggle with fake breakouts, and I've used these off and on, but I try them here and there. But I'm using it with like a pullback system. I'm just looking for pullbacks. So if you notice, all my entries came on every single pullback. Pullback, short. Pullback, short. Pullback, short. Pullback, short. Looking for 10 points and runners all the way down. So this is why we've taken so many shorts today. But a lot of people don't like watching Rico candles, so I won't probably put them on the stream. It's not something people really care to watch. Yeah, that's what I recommend doing too, Clarity. If he's, stay with the small size instead of those minis. Those minis will mess up your day quick. Like a 50K. And now, Jake, if you ended up signing for Bulanox, don't buy anything larger than a 50K because if you do pass that funded account or eval, the funded activation's too much on Bulanox. If you want the larger accounts, so like Fish Lips trades some larger accounts like the 150s or 250s, I would probably use Apex. That would be your cheapest to do it that way. But Bulanox is not cheap on the larger accounts. Everything I use is 25Ks. Oh, you do use those? Okay. I've just recently started using them again because I started working on this one like pullback strategy with the pullbacks. And that's why I'm just looking for 10 points in runners. Dude, sometimes you get those big runners like now. We just got we got a 50-point runner. We didn't get the 100 like we wanted because we got too close to our pullback. But yeah, so basically I'm taking my entries over here, but you see them over here. So you see me enter them. It's just I'm entering on the Ricos or Hitachi ash candles or yeah. Still the same type of trading that I do on the regular candles. They just help me be a little bit more patient. So that's why I've been using them. Because these are 30 point. You got to think each one of these pullback candles represents 30 points. So you definitely can't go in over leverage because you can't be in on a mini and freaking have a 30-point pullback. So you too, Clarity. Yeah, I'm about done myself. It's 11:30. We're about to start moving into the lunch hour. They're just busting. Nice call out on that 15 pullback too, Fish Lips. Man, that thing hit right at that 15 level. Was that this here? No? What was that? Here? Or was that 50% of the pullback, Fish Lips? See. Oh, the bottom of the... Okay, I see it. That swing right there that we have marked out. Okay. Yeah, I was targeting this little green line pullback here. Nice hit, though. What's up, Prime? No, sir, no Prime. This was the MNQ. Yeah, unfortunately, I had to head out, so I won't be able to trade into the lunch hour. I'll be able to trade late next Monday, but not today. Thank you guys all for watching and tuning in today. Hopefully everybody had a okay trading day and didn't really blow up any fundeds. It's understandable if you blow up an eval, because I do trade evals aggressive myself sometimes, because I'm trying to get away from trading evals on stream. And so we're trying to stick to just strictly trading fundeds on stream. We're from Northwest Arkansas, Prime. So far, a really good day trading. We traded 5 different funded accounts. As you can see, we at least made $100 in every one. $100, $100, $190, well, almost $200. That was that big one that we had a while ago. For the Bulenox accounts, we were green across the table too. 200 on the eval, 188 on the funded, 99, 180. So green in every single funded account. So it was a good funded trade day. All right, guys, we will be back either later tonight or we'll be back in the morning. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Good luck the rest of the day if you're going to stay in the market. Remember, I don't usually trade during the lunch hour, and that's because I usually trade off of these ICT kill zones and pivots. And that's here. So this right here, as soon as you get this little yellow bar, I'm usually done trading, because a lot of times you're usually just consolidating in the lunch hour. And I'm not trying to talk you out of not trading the lunch hour, but you can just see the type of movement that we get during the lunch hour. And there's no reason. And see, I used to be real bad about this too myself before I started doing this. I would have a really stellar morning and I would continue trading in the lunch hour and just start getting chopped up. So sometimes we do have good movement during the lunch, and this could just be kind of like a level type trading, but you can see we just trading sideways. All right, so we did have one good movement this day out of what, a week, and that's usually what it is. You'll get like one good movement during lunch, but the rest of the time it's just like chop, 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 chop. More chop, chop. And this indicator is on TradingView. It is called ICT kill zone / pivots. So, all right, guys. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful morning. Thanks for hanging out, Prime.